So, I realized something. And I forgot to record this. Actually, that's not true. I did record this bit, and then I realized, oh shit. I closed the game since the last time I played, which means Treasure Knight's not there. So I gotta go redo the Treasure Knight stage to spawn him in. I picked up a curio. It's called the Hover Feather. As you can guess, it makes you hover. By pressing the attack button, you can drop out of it faster. Yep, that's kind of it, actually. But he's still not here because that is not how that works. Gosh, dang it. Oh well. Well, that's a suck and a half, ain't it? I guess we got to continue on with the story. But first, let me light our friend on fire here. Be on fire, please. Ooh, you're a Dragon Knight. Rah! You destroyed my helmet. I guess the jig is up. Don't tell anyone I'm really a dragon, okay? I can't work as a gold armor without my helmet. What will I do? Wait, I think I get it. You're telling me to be myself. Maybe I don't need to change who I am to fit in. Thanks, Specter Knight. From now on, I'll be proud of my true self. Sure, that's definitely what I was telling you. Anyways, curios! Let's get the spider scythe and upgrade it to the rainbow sickle. Let's get the throwing sickle and upgrade it to the purple scythe. Let's get the hover plume and turn it into a brighter feather. I don't know, who cares? And I guess we're going to continue on with the story because effectively we just got to keep reopening or going back to the title, coming back into the game, going back to the title, coming back into the game as a way to try and spawn Treasure Knight back in order to get that dialogue for that feat. However, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to do a new game plus anyways, but I would have liked to have gotten the feat in the main game. I might anyways, but it doesn't really change anything. I just figured it's the easiest way to go about it. Every time you complete a stage, you should go talk to the NPC to get that feat done. Otherwise, it's just hoping to God. But, you know, it's okay. I believe the progress tracks through New Game Plus if you use the same save file, so it should be fine. But let's head over to the Clockwork Tower with Tinker Knight now. Yeah. Now this is... I can't call it an unfun stage because it's ridiculously fun. But for me, as someone who tries to get through the stages as fast as possible, for someone who's trying to get to the stages as fast as possible and touch the ground for as little time as possible because I'm rail grinding and jumping around like a dumbass, and also apparently rapping for some reason, because that's what I'm doing now. This stage is a son of a bitch. This stage is really hard sometimes because I love just speeding through the stage. But using some techniques we learned from our time as the Shovelly Boy, we can knock up some... say women. We can knock up some men, actually. Yes. Yes, I love getting men pregnant. That's my greatest passion. What the fuck am I talking about? We can knock up some of the gears and use them as a platform to get through, which is very fun. And I like how it matches like what we've done in previous stages. But I need you gone. Gearwism. By clambering down this, we can jump up on the side and get through, which is very fun. I like how they use the platforms in different ways than they did in the other two versions, another two game modes. Or games? I guess you could call them individual games, but it's just cool seeing how they change the way you travel through the world. Beyond like just base movement, how they change the environments and the obstacles in the world to match your new movement set. And that's one of the other reasons that I'm like, this game is just so good. Because they do it in such good ways. Anyways, hover plume. Bye. Like, a lot of the stages are the same, but they give you new tools and like new methods of exploration that actively change the entire game. So it just doesn't feel the same, even if the stages are the same. Which thankfully they're not all the same. You know, it's a similar layout, similar obstacles, but the stages themselves do actively change for everybody at Plague Knight, which is pretty damn cool, aside from for Plague Knight. I hate these fucking chameleon bitches. I'm gonna be honest, I hate them so much. I love the robot design, and I would love to have one of these guys as a little figurine. But they are the bane of my existence when I'm trying to just not pay attention and just run through the stage as fast as possible. These fuckers get in the way. They follow a set path, they follow a set timing, they cannot launch earlier, they cannot launch later. They just sit there, and then, they get into me. Anyways, fly? I'm like a bird, I wanna fly away. Instead of going along the proper path, we are going to get ourselves the, I believe, second to last Darkness Wisp?
Okay, we didn't die, thankfully. Yeah, I think there's one more after this, if I recall correctly. I love this theme so much. Also, another reason that I like the rail grinding ability is that when you're on these, it's very nice not having to actually slow down and just get full movement speed effectively. I like that a lot about these platforms, because this stage otherwise can be really annoying. Especially with Specter Knight, who's just passively a lot slower than the other characters. Which I don't know if he is much slower, but it definitely feels slower, just because he doesn't have any movement abilities or real ways of maneuvering around. Beyond just, like, dashing at things, but... yeah, for someone like me who likes just running at shit, you don't get these guys? Kind of annoying. Oh, actually, I would like to retract a statement that I said. I said there's no way to get them launched earlier or later. They will launch off of, if they see you, and some of them will launch off of specific patterns. Because I'm not underneath this one, it will not launch. By going underneath it, it immediately decided to launch. I was thinking of some of them, which in the other room, they only go based on a specific pattern, whereas in this room, they will go, and in other rooms, they will go based on if you come in contact with their line of sight, which is almost always just like a rectangle slightly bigger than the actual creature itself. In the eye, and its line? Eye line, that's the word. I was like, nope, that's makeup. It's not called an eye line. Line of sight, field of view, field of vision, what is it called? But all of those work, but eye line was the one that my brain was trying to say. Almost just got myself killed. Because you can get crushed in this game. I don't know if I have yet, but you can. You can get squished and crushed, and it's very frustrating, but not too big a deal. We jump past. Beat the shit out of a mouse. Sorry, Iron, but I needed to get through. I really do love the rotoscoping on... I guess it's not rotoscoping. I love the animation on the top of these little spire things. What did Mona call them? The bubbies? I think she said it was the bubbies. I think those were her... That's not the right item. Normally, I only ever use the clutch claw, to be honest. Like, it's the only thing I'll ever touch in this game, so when I went flying for a second, I'm like, that's not right. What do I have equipped? Fuck you, you stupid gear. You really are just on the worst cycle. You're there with the intention of saying, don't go. Be patient. Annoying bastard. I hate that gear so much. And you guys might remember this specific room, and that's because there's a big guy in here in the other versions of the game. But once again, with these switches, go through, secret area, and then we want to use these as a method of transportation and exploration to find ourselves another red skull. I barely lived. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I probably should have died. Well, I could. You know what? I could just use the hover thing, but let's do this the proper way. By dropping this down and making sure this goes all the way, we can now knock it up and grab it over. But I think using the hover feather is a lot more fun, so I'm gonna just do that next time if I ever play this game again, which I absolutely will 100 million more times. I'm sleepy, man. You guys are on the worst cycles. It's literally, this entire stage's cycles are just like, if you go too fast, the moment you enter a stage, the enemy's gonna be after you, so... You know what? I hate you. You need to die. You're not my gold armor! This dragon friend? It is weird that he kind of fits into the body of a gold armor. That means he has like the exact same proportions. How does every enemy in the game have the exact same proportions? Do people just grow to the size of their armor? People just shrink their bodies down? Yacht Club Games? Where's that in the DLC or in the remake? I better see it. I better see you explain exactly how to do the thing. If not, I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna beat up my friend Brian. Brian's just watching, he's like, what do you say fuck me for? Sorry, man. You gotta get beated it up. Is there anything up at the top left there? I can't recall. Why do I never just press... the touchscreen. You know, the button that allows me to instantly go to where I want to go on the menu and then immediately pick the curio. Even though there is like slight delay on it, but you know, I'll at least pick the fucking curio that I wanted. Anyways, we're definitely beating the last 3 main stages this episode. Like this will be the last episode of collecting the Order of No Quarter. So hopefully I can beat... Fuck you. Yeah, I can beat fuck you. Hopefully I can beat an enemy of the Order of No Quarter. Or, what the fuck am I trying? I don't know how to do words, okay? Listen, I'm an idiot. I can't speak English. I don't know words. I will recruit the last champion to the Enchantress's Order of No Quatre. And I can do that without getting hit, so I can get that feat. Because I love feet, apparently. That's all I have, allegedly, in life. Is the ability to try and... Okay, well... Let me not say sentences, just because I don't want to be gross. Like, it's already going to a place that I wasn't happy with. I just want to stop that. I don't know if we got all 10 in this stage. I don't remember how much I was at, but I feel like I'm missing one. Can I see? Oh, it says stage. I'm like, is 73 about right? Does that mean I've gotten all 10 in this stage? So I've gotten 10 in every other stage, and I think there's 3 in the tower, so I think 73 is right, but it just says the word stage, 10 out of 10, so I'm gonna fucking scream. I thought I was so much further to the right. Why can't my stand... Why is my stand not breaking the missiles for me? Why do I gotta punch? Star Platinum doesn't have to punch. He just hits the shit. Johto doesn't have to punch. Star Platinum just hits the shit. Oh my god, guys, it's Arsene. No, Arsene is too cool to be compared to Specter Knight. As much as I love Specter Knight, Arsene is just the fucking greatest. Okay, we're back.
What are you, some kind of ghost? Get out of my shop, I have work to do.
The Enchantress would like a word. We have an army to raise, and talented engineers are in short supply. Apply now to be a local tradesman at your union.
Ha, you may be a tool, but I am not. Time to make short work of you,
You say as I'm gonna... Wait! You have a different move! What do I do against you? Ah! You have a gear to ride around on now, which means that the relic that we use as Shovel Knight is actually your equipment? Does this insinuate that he creates the rest of them? Oh, and he has this attack, where he puts a spiky thing up and then he just runs at you. Pretty fucking awful, but you know, I don't gotta worry, he's kind of dead. As all short people should be. What? And your stage is different? What is going on? Normally you just be in your mech. But no, this guy flies around on his mech and we have to go around the whole fucking stage. I love this. I love this fight so much more. I do think it's probably the most fun on Shovel Knight, if I'm being completely honest, but his missiles will blow up the arena that you're in. I should probably be dead. And I got crushed for the first time ever, I think. Man, seeing the progression meter of a level makes me want to play Cuphead again. But I already did my Let's Play on Cuphead, so I don't actually need to. Although I never did play the DLC. I haven't had much interest in it, truthfully. Because, like, the main draw was, like, more Cuphead. And it's like, okay, but if I want to play more Cuphead, I'll just play Cuphead. Like, but what if you get bored of the stage? It's just like, okay. Sir, can you put more things for me to jump on, please? Oh, I hate that sentence that I just said. And you're done now? Just, ooh, Harvest of Heights. I actually don't know what that achievement was, but we'll take it. Idiot. That's what you get for being short. Get kicked off the ledge.
Give me my scythe. Scythe to me.
What do you have, sir? The barrier lantern. This one's a very fun curio. Actually, a really useful one, to be entirely honest. Like, shits and giggles aside, this is a very, very helpful ability. Especially if you're, like, taking the game much slower. This can be your entire arsenal. The barrier lantern creates a little barrier. After picking it up, or after applying the barrier, it will simply create these little spirals of flame. By pressing the button again, you can launch them. They will get interrupted by projectiles. By taking damage or getting hit by different projectiles, you can increase the strength of your barrier. And then you can create a larger attack that will do damage across a wider range. It's a very fun weapon to use, to be entirely honest. And I love using it while climbing up the tower because just, hee-hee, break a block. Hee-hee, avoid the projectile. It's great. Now, I'm so sorry that Missy hasn't had anything to give us, but you know what, Missy? We love you anyways. We'll save the Lich Yard for last. However, there is an... Ooh, we haven't spoken to you yet, I don't believe. Okay, I have. Fuck you, idiot. Hey, look! There's mice down here. There's a gold armor, a Wooklies, and a miner man. There's enemies, bro. Who cares?
Tools of war can forge a kind of peace. I think our rules should be fair and just. None but fools would break things and not rush to fix them. Isn't that right, Jace?
Creech. I'm gonna just upgrade everything. Even though I hate the way that this Wolf Skull becomes, or hate the look that it gets, I love the look of the lantern afterwards. Though I do appreciate that the first one looks like an actual fucking lantern. I love the upgraded look of it. And it's the same thing, but purple flames. So pretty. And we shall also upgrade the Chronos coin. There we go. It's like a clockwork coin. Now that we've returned from a stage after getting this man to reveal his true dragony self, we can no longer break the lantern here. The Enchantress saw something in him all along. We could go to the Lich Yard, but with every other stage completed, I think I'd rather go home last. So let's go to the flying machine and fight that Frenchman. Or I guess we'll fight a man-child.
Yeah, my lady, is this a nightmare to read to pick?
Oh, wait, was that do Arnold Schwarzenegger before? Do we get to pick off some powers? It went lightning, yeah! Come on! Wait, did you see my lightest whip? Can I have a helmet? I'm a size large.
Out. Now.
But...
Yeah, get lost.
But... I get my entrance was planned and everything. It was so good. You know, for the other evil nights, you guys are really mean. I just wanted to be a bit of fun. I haven't even seen the last of the past. Ah! Unfortunately, he's right.
We should really get some bars for the windows.
Yeah, I mean, he did break through and then Baz broke through as well, so... Sure, I love the night background so much. It's time to go into oblivion! And probably miss yet another one of those stupid music sheets that don't exist in this page, or in this game mode. Now, the stage may look similar so far. This is the first room with any real major difference, and that is these little kapoopy guys. Yeah, you know, we're heavy, is what it comes down. We're a big bitch, so we can't just, like, sit above a fan and get blown up by it. We kind of need to... Actually, is there something over there? There isn't. For some reason, the game has decided that only some fans are allowed to blow us, and that, you know, otherwise the stage is pretty much the exact fucking same. Which is a bit unfortunate, but there are some major differences here and there. Not enough, in my opinion. I think this is probably, like, one of the worst changes stage-wise, but it doesn't really matter. Oh no, I missed a thing! Come back, Star Platinum. Get back! Go, Charizard! Wow, look at that. Look at that one right there. That one's so difficult. To be honest, I get the assumption you're supposed to play them from right to left, just based on the way that they kind of function and the way that the stages themselves progress. And that would make sense to me if I'm, like, you know, it kind of just makes sense based on where the upgrades in the stages and shit are. And like how difficult it is to find the upgrades. But who knows? I kind of do like that there isn't like a set path for this one. Because I mean there isn't in any of the Shovel Knight game modes. You do whatever order you want, and there's never anything forcing you to go to specific fights. But you know, there is technically an order. You can't get past like Plague Knight, Mole Knight, or Treasure Knight without beating all of them. Fuck. Thought that was a platform on the left there. It was not. So I thought I was stuck and needed to jump, but then I just didn't hold left because I'm stupid. If you didn't believe that I was stupid, do you now? But I really enjoy linearity in video games in terms of like pathways and whatnot. Which is weird because Breath of the Wild is one of my favorite video games of all time. And I really like open world games, but you know. I'm a hypocrite. It's okay. But linearity, I mean like, or like linear progression in a sense of like, not how you develop the game or how you have to progress. Sorry, how do I word this? Not in like how you as a person get to experience the story or whatever, but just in like having like a somewhat functional order. Like it doesn't change anything. You're still going through the stages as is. You're not exploring a map or anything. You're just being transported to a mirror, and that's kind of fun. Like they make it work in a good way, but I feel like part of me kind of wishes there was a bit more story than just go to each night one at a time. You know, with like Plague Knight and Shovel Knight, they're exploring the world. They're going around, actively going to new areas, finding out like, oh hey, these people have this problem with these evil knights. People don't like, the lady doesn't like Specter Knight. The one person doesn't like King Knight because he stole his kingdom. You know, King Pridemore, he's upset at King Knight. The lady doesn't like Specter Knight because he doesn't like her dance. Like that shit's fun. It adds a little bit of detail. And this is just kind of go around, find the thing you're looking for. We're dead or not. I'm just the best in the world. But there is clearly a second pathway on the screen, so we're going to do that. I love feeling. I love feeling. No, I love feeling like a fucking badass with Specter Knight. And I think that's something that a lot of the obstacles in the game provide. Because with Shovel Knight, you have to bounce across the cannonballs. With Plague Knight, you have to just straight up avoid them. With Specter Knight, you slice these fuckers in half. And if they're the small cannonballs, you just completely disintegrate them. Like, it's just cool. It's just really cool seeing how the characters interact with the world and like the different strength levels of the characters and the way that they progress. Specter Knight is about destroying, you know? Like, it really is. Everything this character does is destruction. He destroys everything that he has. He is this ghost. He ruins the lives that other people had and forces them into this evil order. Well, recruits them into this evil order. It doesn't really force them. They kind of accept, but it's still just fun to think about and to like see the differences. I'm gonna go left. Fucking go left. I didn't even talk about it. That skull looked very different there, didn't it? That skull was the head of Red's bride. I don't actually recall her name. I believe it's Scarlet, but it's pretty damn cool. I believe once you get to 20 skulls left, something like that, it appears. Well, I could be wrong. It might actually just be the last two levels. I don't know the specific conditions for making it appear, but it is almost always going to just be at the end of the game, within like the last 20, 25 skulls, that you will find Scarlet's head around. And I love... Okay, barely did that. I love that that's just a thing. That it's not like, here's the last one specifically, but yeah, no, you've explored the world, you've found a bunch. There's definitely still more that you can find if you'd like to collect more curios or trade more curios in from Red, but, you know, there's all sorts of shit that you can do now. You've got what he wanted. You've helped your friend. And I like that a lot as well, is even for a group of evil people, it's very clear that these people care for each other. Like, Specter Knight is friends with these other tower denizens, and it's just awesome. Because, like, they didn't need to do that. They could have just made them all villains. Like, yeah, we're all in this together, all in the name of villainy. You know, they could have pushed it like, yep, that sure is darkness as his magical system. But like, what if his health wasn't will, but was instead malice or some shit, right? Like, you could totally go in on, you're a bitch and you know it. You could totally have like pushed in on like the whole edgy, dark thing, but they didn't. They went and made everything super lighthearted and sweet. You know, Missy and Gal, like, what do you call it? Gal literally kisses Specter Knight as one of the strongest and most devastating moves in the series to kill exclusively herself, unfortunately. But, you know, there's real thought there that's like, in the name of what we believe in, here is how I'm progressing my skills and whatnot. But not everyone is just like this awful, evil villain or anything, even though they're all under, in quotations, under the Enchantress's command. It's awesome. I really fucking love this game and like the choices that they make. I think it's all super fun.
Oh, such static robes. Are you here to join the Galley Crusade? Magnifique. On the contrary, you French fuck, I'm gonna kill you. Rivals? Wait, you're gonna kill me? What the fuck? En garde.
Shouldn't have been more in French, idiot. I really do want the Specter Knight amiibo. Oh! You avant-garde bitch. Did you really think you were going to do anything to me? I can already cut your head off. Anyways, bye. Yeah, so this fight becomes, you kind of just survive. Don't die, don't fall down while hitting the guy. And it can be tricky because his moves are different. He flies around a lot, he does a bunch of dashes and lunges in the air, and it's pretty fun. It is one of the more fun boss fights in the game, but who needs to worry about boss fights when I have a giant, big fucking hand?
Luan, I'm... Halt! Who goes there?
You have sealed your fate. Your friend has fallen, and your own life is forfeit. Unless you do as I command, I shall grant you a reprieve from certain death, and give you great power. I gather I don't have a choice then?
Fine. I'm listening.
You will gather me a grand army. The knights of this land will bow before me. You will bring them here, and I will have a fearsome order.
If that is your price, then so be it.
I bind you with this What? When 8 knights kneel before me, it will gain the power to restore life.
I will do as you wish.
Yes. Go now, my Specter Knight, and sow fear throughout my empire. I love that laugh. But also, Donovan is Specter Knight. What the hell? You never could have guessed that based on the fact that they look similar and they have the same movement and all that stuff. But it's very fun, man. It's just super cool to think about. Red, I could talk to you, but I'm not going to do that. Hey, Missy, how you doing? You got nothing left for me. The last darkness left in the yard. I'm here for you. Nothing else? All right. Fuck you. You know what? How about that, idiot? We could go talk to Red, but that is a cutscene that I don't want to experience just yet. First things first, we gotta talk to Raze. No, not the flying machine. The Lich Yard. That's what I missed. No! Froggy! Why did you do it? Why? Froggy, why? I just wanted to be your friend. Why did Froggy do it? Froggy's alive! Oh my god, that was awesome. That was fucking beautiful. Why did bro just jump? Dude was not having it anymore. He's like, I fucking hate it here. Oh, that was beautiful. That was art. That was absolutely poetry in motion. That was fucking fantastic. It is really sad to think about, like, oh, the locket that once would have given this dude everything that he wanted is now being used as the binding tool, forcing him to cling to life after every bone in his body is effectively broken. With the exception of his arm and part of his back, of course, but, you know, such is life. Now, this stage is actually very special. Not just to me, but just in general. And there are quite a few reasons for that. I killed him at the last second. And then he falls to his death. You will see that very, very soon, what makes this stage so special. And it is not that it is effectively an entirely new stage, whereas every stage has like new areas. This is just a new stage. This area, you might have just seen the flash in the bottom left. This is the only stage in the entire game to have an NPC that you can talk to. As far as I remember, don't think there's a single other stage. And I'm not counting the Hall of Champions.
I'm Specter Knight. Oh, wait.
You're Specter Knight. Did I scare you, Sans? Jumped up and everything, just like you said.
Indeed.
I kept your hideout safe and sound. Only Specter Knight gets in here. Nobody else. Not a soul.
Yes, this is our guardian friend, a little bony boy, hiding with a lantern of blue flame and our garments. I kind of wish that his garments matched the color of the robes we wore, but that's fine, you know, that's fine. We've obtained the feat Get Out of My Room for finding Specter Knight's hidden room. If we look into this chest... Oh, wait. We can't. But we do see there is some magic stuff here, including a robe. And if I recall correctly, this equipment here is part of the concept art for Specter Knight, which is very, very fun. I like that we can see like him planning out the enchantress and the way to get to the locket. Like that's the Tower of Fate right there. He has it pointed to the top of the tower is where the locket is. I like it a lot. It's pretty damn cool. I've never known what the fuck these fireflies in the jar are for, but I mean, they look nice. You can see where he slept and Luan slept. It's just like, you can probably make the assumption that this side is where Specter Knight slept, based on the fact that there's treasure and that shit here, as well as armor that was kind of close to what he wore. And over here is where Luan slept, based on the fact that there's books and whatnot, and it wasn't like surrounding himself with a thought of power. And I'm actually not sure who these faces are here. I didn't know you could break those! Oh no! They're sad now! I didn't know you could break those! I didn't have the slightest idea! Also, are those Polar Knight's boots? Why the fuck does bro have Polar Knight's boots? What are the... Why? Oh well, seems like nothing else for us here, so let's continue onwards. I feel like I recall there being more in that room, but perhaps not. Perhaps I was incorrect. I often am. That fucking ghost hit me at the very top of my hitbox, and it launched me away from the ledge when I did not need to get hit there. Anyways. Sir! 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 Sir, I'm literally gonna have to kill your whole family. I do like that we get to eat his actual ribcage, though. I think that's fucking hilarious. Like, aside from the Trophals, the fact that the actual skeletons are the only other creature in the game that you No, that's not true. Actually, I guess it kind of is, because you do carve his stomach out and eat it. Whereas with the Trophals and shit, they are just their own creatures, and you just eat them whole. But... Or no, not the Trophals, the what's the other one called? There's the other fish. Like the salmon, I guess you call them, or whatever the fuck you want to say. But like the blue fish, the one fish, two fish, you know? Are y'all one fish, two fish, red fish, or blue fish people? I don't speak English, but I was trying to make a stupid joke and I regret it. Anyways, I hate these fucking little numpty zombie dudes. They get in the way so much. But doesn't matter because I'm the greatest. And this music is fucking incredible. Yeah, that right there is why I'm the greatest. No one does it like me. Not a single human being. Human beings aren't thinking they could be friends with giants now, is they? Sir, I'm literally trying to jump up on you. I'm trying to ride you, bro. I'm not trying to do all of that. Got my money back. Not all of it. There we go. Using my fucking stand as a way to recognize where I am? Not easy! Not recommended! Clutch Claw! Aw, you bitch. Actually, that's Monster Hunter. That's not this game. Crush Claw? Crush Claw. I believe that's what it's called in this game. Monster Hunter is called the Clutch Claw. And, oh my god, I really fucking hate... I hate that the Clutch Claw in Monster Hunter World is locked to Iceborne, because that is the single greatest part of the entire fucking game. Look, if you give me the option to Spider-Man around, I'm gonna want a Spider-Man around, alright? It's like, every guy in the history of ever has wanted to have Spider-Man superpowers. It doesn't matter if they know what Spider-Man is. You think the little African kids in those commercials, like, for just $2, you can save poor John Thomas. It's like, yeah, John Thomas knows of Spider-Man 2. These kids are dreaming of it, bro. Very weirdly, and I don't know why this seems to be the case, I found that almost always Scarlet's skull, the Red's bride's head, is almost always that red skull. At least for my playthroughs of the game. I don't know if that's because of the way that I do things, but it usually is that skull, which is super duper weird because there's not a set, like, there's no reason that it's one skull over the other. If you leave a stage, it's not going to be the same skull. So I never understood why that seems to so frequently be the skull that Scarlet ends up being, but, you know, I don't speak English, so it's okay. One day I'll be adequately hydrated and be able to deliver sentences properly with the thought that I was having when I was thinking of the sentence and speak properly. You know? Y'all know what I'm saying? Of course you do. You guys are the best. You guys are the smartest. You wouldn't be here unless you could understand the dumb shit that come out of my mouth. I sure can't. Ow, bro. What the fuck? Anyways, Blue Flame, did you put your name in the goblet of fire? Did you put your name in the goblet of... Did you put the goblet of name in the fire? Ow, bro. We got the Whisperer. That's what they call me in the streets. That's such a stupid inside joke that the people that understand the joke aren't going to watch this video to understand it. It's great, though. Is that everything in this stage? I think it was. There's two more. Never mind. Have I missed? No. This stage just got a fair bit more. I've not missed any yet, I don't think. I feel like we're really close to the ending of the stage. Okay, so there's one more. No, we're probably fine then. If that's... There's one more past that, so we're probably fine. Because if I recall correctly, it's to the left? And the one below, I think it's to the left. Yeah, pretty sure it's right there. Oh, no, it's a big darkness section. Yeah, okay, I remember now. No, we're definitely fine. But if I just let bro go, you know, he'll figure it out eventually. So I can just kind of take the damage and go through. Which I like a lot. Damage boosting in this game is, like, annoying with the amount of recoil you get hit with, but it doesn't fucking matter. You just do whatever you want. Also, can we talk about how sick Specter Knight looks in purple? Like, Specty looks fantastic with the purple. of the Clutch Claw, of the Crushed Claw, of the Grunch Graw. I fucking love how it looks on him. Anyways, speedrun time! I almost died. Almost died immediately.
It's time, my friends. Time to fight Specter Knight!
Or not.
A surprise attack? Hardly befitting the honorable warrior I had hoped to meet. Ah, Zorace yet speaks of honor having surrendered his own to serve as an errand boy. Hiss. I merely invite you to continue your trial at the behest of the enchantress. Her power is unmatched. And she expects this empty broken husk to intimidate me. Your power is untrue, but mine comes from within. Allow me to demonstrate.
We get it, bro. You're French. Shut up.
Stop being French, please.
There's nothing worse than a French other than a child. Damn, bro. Alright, boss, look. Look. Do me a huge favor. Come back up. And disappear. Thank you. Though it would seem this man does have no intention of joining us, which is a bit annoying.
You may match me in battle, but you and your cohorts are unfit to rule this land. Your days are numbered, wretch. I will roam free and see your kind vanquished to the last.
Imagine if I was muted this whole time. I'd cry. The red light reflecting off my screen made me think my microphone was muted for a second. I was like, no, please.
But okay, my friends, with that being said, we've collected just about every single wish.
There were 7 left. Not wish, we've collected every wish. We've collected just about every single skull. And we've also found Scarlet's skull, so... Thank you all so much for watching. 7 out of 8 knights recruited because the Phantom Striker decided not to join us. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all had a wonderful day. If you haven't, there is always the rest of your day, and there's always tomorrow, the day after that, so on and so forth. Things do not get better unless you let them, so give yourself time and things will improve. I promise. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Until next time, bye-bye.